Well, we're live. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Rhino here to have a little unboxing, and I brought a friend with me today. So it's been a while since we've been on a YouTube. I've done a couple of things on the Facebook side of things, and the intro I used to have is it just broke on me. I don't know what's going on with it. So it's gonna be a rough go at it for a while. We're starting 2022 on a rough little tip, but it's going to be an awesome start for sure. I'm really excited about getting back in front of you guys, kind of getting some fresh content out there, showing some stuff that I got in. I got some really cool slabs. I have not seen the grades except for a couple of them. Actually, I did open one, and let me start off by showing that right quick because it is this one. And this one is actually it'll probably be the cheapest book we showed tonight, I think. But this originally started off as a 9.0 that I had, and then I needed to get this book higher graded. So I found a way to get it without having to pay any extra money. But before I go into any further, I want to invite my special guest in. Now, this guy's been he's very well known for the Venom action. He even goes by Old Man Venom because he's not old, but you would think he's old with the deep collection as he has. And now he's even expanded to where he's doing covers for some comics that I'm sure y'all have heard about. And I'm more than likely y'all have seen his covers. And he's a big metalhead, such as I am, a supporter of the genre. So let's introduce him, Joseph Reed. What's up, my man? How are you?
What's up, dude? Good, man. Good, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Awesome.
dude. Thanks for bringing me on. I'm excited to see what kind of books you got. I know you always got some big ones, so I'm definitely excited to see what you got going, man.
I'm just trying to keep up with you. I know you got a bunch of good stuff as you have done real well. And now tell us about your wall of glory back here that you created. Is
Oh
this thing
man.
that is how long is it kind of taking to get to that wall of glory? And if you could pick out one
Uh
book on there, I think I would say it's probably that what is that, Maximum Carnage right there from
oh yes.
Acclaim, the game one. That
Yes,
probably was one of my
sir.
favorites.
That one, man, I got stupid lucky with that. I got in right before everyone got crazy about it. There was a small period of time, I think it was probably 2016, maybe 17, where I was really looking for it. And I went to Baltimore Comic Con and I asked every booth, and everyone had no idea what I was talking about. And the last one, I found it. The guy wanted 70. I was able to talk him down to 60, and then I sent it off to get pressed. It had like a nice little ding in it. An Epic
Oh,
Comicology, man. He took care of that. Got that 9.4.
that's awesome. It's not even important. You can't find that thing good in a good grade anywhere. I'm going to go on here so we can't make sure that we're going on the group all right. If y'all see
All
this
right.
stream, give us some comments into the comment section. But let me see if we can't make sure that we are alive on everything here. Let me take a look at it. So now, out of that book, what would you say on the wall that you have is probably was the hardest book for you to acquire?
Ooh, that would have to be. Oh man, I'll just go ahead and show you. This one I just thought was kind of out of the question, and it just by chance came by the opportunity with a good friend of mine. Now it's an 8.5. It's a modern, but I really don't care. But this one right here, man. This is a book
Oh, you see,
I never thought I would have. And my friend messaged me. He had like 4 or 5 9.8s of this, and then this, and he sold all the other ones. He kept one himself, and he was just like, "Hey, I was almost done this set." He was like, "Would you want it?" And for this price, add a payment plan. And I was like, 8.5? I don't know. And then real quick, it was like, hold on, this is never going to happen again. So
yeah,
yeah, I'll take it. I'll take it.
yeah.
Super
So
fortunate about that. So that
yeah,
that
so
one I'd have to say that one was the toughest, even though it kind of fell in my lap. But just the fact that I even got it was like it's just crazy.
I'm listening. I'm sharing it to a couple of places here. That is so. My theory is like if you can grab it while you can, and you can always go through and upgrade
Exactly.
a little bit later. We are live.
Exactly.
If you're out watching, go ahead and share it out everyone and get it out to all your favorite places that you like to check out and partake on different comic spots out there. But don't get yourself in trouble because these folks out there hate when you share stuff on their things. They'll ban you and get you kicked out. I'll tell you. Yeah, so we're live on YouTube and we're live on Facebook. But this one, I know you've seen this one. This is the Todd book, and
Yes.
Now
That's a nice 9.8.
Yeah, I had a 9.0, and then I found I sold the 9. I found the 9 point, or it was raw when I found it, and it looked pretty good. So I bought it and then sold my 9.0 for the same price that I bought this one for raw.
Nice.
Back in 9.8. So it was a nice little upgrade. And I got another book that I'm upgrading tonight too as well. Now, do you have the black and white one of that one?
I don't have that, but I do have the colored version. Literally, I'm at the point now where I swear to God, there's probably 10 books that I need, and they're either 1 in 500s or 1 in 1000s, and that's it. I'll be completely caught up. Minus this exclusive stuff, but as far as first print, second print, all that, the ratios, like I'll be completely caught up. But that's one of them.
I know that so I'm right along the same route. Like I have everything almost except for the really high ratios up to Venom Volume 8 around number 20, about 28. And I was actually getting everyone, and then I just got around number 28. I was like, man, I'm starting to feel like I'm being taken advantage of. Like they're just putting out covers just because they know that we're going to get them and whatnot. And I started saying like, and then I was trying to purchase them, like I was trying to pre-order them all, and the costs were just getting astronomical. And then later on, I was saying like, man, if I just wait, I probably can get these for, for a little bit cheaper than what they're pre-ordering. Yeah. So that's been the game I've been playing. After 20 years, like I'll just wait and pick it up later. And I got back into comics. I did it when I was younger, and I took a break for a long time when I was playing music and whatnot. And then I got back into it because I got back into it when my wife found out my wife was pregnant with my first son, and with the mentality that I was going to pass it along to him. So now I have 2 boys. One's just turned 2, and the other one is like just turned 4 months, almost 5 months. And the idea is to
congratulations, man.
Thanks, man. The idea is to pass them the collection on to them. But so I've been collecting all up to Volume 4. Now Volume 5 going forward, I'm not going to be as like thorough. I'm like, okay, so I'm passing on them and give them some room to be able to go out and try to find some things to go and get and search and hunt for themselves. Because getting everything up to this point has been a beast. And you have one of the books from Volume 2 that which one I'm talking about too, that I'm searching for. Yeah, I'm sure you have right there within it. Yeah. I'm surprised you have that thing graded. Oh man, not worthy.
See, dude, first off, I got this signed by Rick Remender in 2017.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to see if I can make
this
bigger. I don't forget how you do this. Other way around here.
Well, the thing is I assumed that CGC would authenticate it, just to find out that they won't. So,
man, I'm trying to get it to the right way here. Yeah,
I think you just click on my screen at the bottom there. It should say something like full screen. But yeah, I got that signed, so there's that. It would automatically green label, and then I got this in a bulk buy. I already had the entire series itself with a couple variants. There we go.
Yeah,
there we go.
Show that pretty thing. Oh yeah,
I got this crazy light. Wait, yeah, there we go.
That is sick though. Well, I mean, you could do the CBCS thing. Unless you're against CBCS, are you a non-CBCS guy?
I mean, I don't have any CBCS. I'm not necessarily opposed to it, but I just know the way my OCD is. If I get one, it's going to have me all messed up for a little bit, and then
gotcha.
It's just I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want to start going here and going there and going here.
Messing with the force. Gotcha. So,
but yeah, that thing, dude. That thing, like I said, I got it in a bulk buy. I bought the entire set again, and the guy had that and a few other variants that I didn't have, and I pretty much sold the entire set and kept that and upgraded 2 other variants. And if it weren't for that, that book is
Did you know it was in there?
Yeah, that's exactly what I bought it for. I sent it to a friend. It's got like a little tiny spine ticker too, so it's probably a 9.2, 9.0 at best.
So
Maybe if you got or whatever. But he was like, yeah, I wouldn't take that. I was like, you know what? I'm never going to find this again. And it was the whole set, including that, was like 200 some odd dollars.
oh man,
So you know what I
this is
mean? It was like,
crazy.
I'll take
That's
it.
insane. Heck
But
yeah,
then I got it
for sure.
signed, and it was like,
It's
I don't
even
know.
better
I
now.
might just green label it. I might just green label
Why
it.
not? I would, just because just that way you kind of lock it up, lock it in place. And
Exactly.
one of the reasons why I do grade books is because of the because of preservation of it. I want to try to keep everything good for my voice. So like the books that I like, the more pricey books I try to get done specifically, or the books that are hard to find specifically for the preservation factor of it all. We
That's
have some
pretty
guys
much what I do with it.
we have some guys commenting on here, but I'm not sure who they are. The names aren't showing up, so there's a way to like click your name into there and like show what's going on. So just show what you got to go through the whole process, or write your name on there if you want us to know who it is. Sorry, guys. This whole StreamYard thing is I'm still getting used to it all. Now,
Yeah, dude.
so this is the book that I'm actually upgrading. I got this book. I have an 8.5, and I got this raw from my buddy Sean Walgren, and he knew he was a big Venom collector, and his buddy had a bunch of books, and he had just happened to have this book. So he was like, "Hey, you collect Venom, right?" He's like, "Yeah." I was like, "I got a book for you." I was like, "Cool," and he just sent it to me. I was like, "Sick." So I went and got
Nice.
it. I just had it, graded. It came back in 8.5. I had like a little bit of a smudge right here at the very bottom. Obviously, light
Yeah.
thing here. And then the thing that kills these books all the time is the color rub. So I had like a little bit of color rub
Yep.
back
Right on the back.
here, and yeah. And so this is actually the book that I got, and one of the books I got in today. It's not going to go into the one Libra book, but this was my surprise book that just happened to get in here today. And I know what this is because I bought it for the upgrade, but it's a 9.5 or 9.4, not a 9.5. Have you seen a 9.5 before?
A 9.5? No. I mean, I've seen them,
like,
but not in person.
Yeah, I've never seen it in person. I've just noticed I'm sure it really sounds really cool on the feed here.
That reminds me, I just recently got a 9.9. I got it just for the sake of, I got it just for the sake of having it's like an oddity. So 9.5.
What is it?
It's the here we go. I'll grab it.
Yeah, so this is now I've upgraded to a 9.4. Same book.
Oh, that's very, very nice.
Very and I got nice. It. The reason why I upgraded, I'll only upgrade if I get a smoking deal. I got this under 2.
That's not bad at all. That's a 1 per store, so
is that 1
not
per
a
store?
heavily printed book. Yep.
I thought it was 1 per 1,000 or something. 1 in 1,000.
The color one is. I got that one sitting
one
here somewhere. Yeah, that one's a 1 in 1,000.
The green one I don't have yet.
This was the there you go. The lenticular.
Oh yeah, that thing is awesome.
But it's a 9.9. Cool.
I think I saw that. Did you just recently get that?
Yep.
I think I saw someone that was selling that. Yeah, I was like, man, that'd be cool to have just because it's 9.9.
That's what I was saying. I was like, you know what? Let me see if we got any Venom 9.9s. I seen one a while ago. It was an actual. It wasn't like a lenticular or anything. It was like an actual comic book, and it was a 9.9. I should have pulled the trigger on it, but I didn't. And then somebody else got it, and then I was just looking around, and I saw this. It was decently priced. And I was like, why not?
Yeah, it's freaking cool.
Why not? It's a little oddity. It was low priced. I think it was $120 some total ship.
Yeah, so heck, I mean, just having 9.9, it's one of those rare books. It's like a 1 in 1,000 because you're not gonna get them that often.
Yeah.
Have you seen a 10?
Not in person, and not for sale anywhere. No, never seen it. I know that there's some out there, but I've never seen it.
I wish that I knew the reason why they made my ASM 361 a 9.8, because I feel like it was it's a newsstand. It is the most pristine thing. I mean, the guy who got it, he bought it originally off a newsstand from New York, And he said he immediately put it on a board on the other side and put it in a bag and never touched it again. And that was when he originally got it and sold it to me. That one, 361, 362, 361, 62, and 63. He sold it all to me raw for $100. And
That's not bad.
yeah, and then I was like, okay. And then I looked at it, and like the colors popped on. I was like, dang, I've never seen colors pop like that. And I thought, I was thinking, this is a good chance that he might come back at 9.9, but it didn't. And I need to see if there's like greater notes on it to see what they counted off for. Sometimes I feel like they just don't do it because they don't want to. It's like
Man,
they can't be putting 9.9 on, especially on a newsstand.
Let me see. My yeah, here it is. My 316. Now this one blew me away. So I had gone throughout the years just cycling out this book, looking for the better grade, the higher grade, the higher grade, and finally I came across this one. Sent it to Epic Comicology. He cleaned it and pressed it, and he was even complimenting me like, "Man, this thing is clean. Where did you get this?" It was just like, dude, I meticulously was going through. I'm looking for that 9.8. As you see, it's a 9.2. You want to know why? Light rust on the staples. And when I tell you light, I mean I can't even see anything on these staples. And it came back a 9.2. I was so upset. Like,
so why
I
not?
know that's
Why
the
would
9.8.
crack it and resend it?
Well, the only thing that I could do, because they're just going to look at it and see the staples again, and they're going to send it right back at 9.2. The only thing
Do you
I
think
could do is he could clean the staples, but there's a way for them to determine if that was done, and if they determine that it was done, then they give it a restoration label. It's a purple label.
I bet if you resend it back in, they wouldn't even know. I bet they
Dude,
wouldn't even catch it.
I couldn't believe it.
And I can't believe that
I
it
got
drops
the
it that
email.
much.
That thing is freaking spotless. Like, it looks in better shape than this 9.9 I just showed off. It came back at 9.2, so it's weird, man. It's weird.
I think that some of their grading has really gotten. I mean, CUC in general is really shoddy. They're supposedly got a new system, a new way of doing stuff, but it's really how far everything is behind. That I do think, if you're going for, like, if I want the good grade, I know I'll send it to CUC. If I want the correct grade, I'll send it to CBCS. All right. So the name, I can't pronounce that name.
ONG. I
That
don't
is
know.
something from.
I didn't realize it was in. It was
That is
Russian or something.
Something. That's cool. Awesome. That's sick. I don't know what that is. That's really cool though.
But
Sorry
yeah,
if I try to pronounce the name. I don't know how to pronounce that, or else I would. But yeah,
BBC basically got bombarded, man, and they were like, I think they got too bombarded. They started doing all the private signings and on top of all the regular submissions, and then it just, that's what it's been. Is everyone's just been stuck in this, like, them getting caught up.
After the pandemic, I think that they just had so many people that were during the pandemic. Everyone expected things to slow down, and it just sped up because people had nothing else better to do than to look and buy comics. I thought for sure that the comics, I was like, I'm going to find a bunch of good deals on books. It was the exact opposite. Actually, books went up because people were out there buying stuff, and we're getting all that free money. People were just out there throwing it at books.
The comic world, the market exploded during the pandemic. It really did. I watched it all happen. It was freaking nuts. I remember this Venom issue 3, 9.8 null, a third print or whatever, that was selling for over $1,000.
Oh my god!
You can get it for like 600 now.
Yeah.
And the 9.8 during the pandemic, when at the height, that thing was going for, I think the highest I seen was $1,800. That one sold for
like eBay or something.
Yeah, I think it was double signed. But dude,
that's freaking crazy.
It was nuts.
Case and Ryan's signature easy to get hold of.
Yeah, during that time, let me see. I didn't really know what the hell was going on or what to expect, so I just kind of held off.
Yeah.
And I was looking around and I saw something and it popped up and the price just it was super low. So after, I don't know, maybe 2 months of not buying any freaking comic books, I was like, I'm gonna buy this just because of how low the price is, and if it shows up, that'd be great. So I think I paid $70. Paid
That's
$70
awesome, dude.
for this thing. This one is so unbelievably rare. Like,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
ridiculous.
I recently just got that one back graded.
Dude, that's what's up, man. That's the thing. One of the one book that I was waiting to show up, I think I'm pretty sure it's you, are the only person that I've ever seen have it. What's up, Facebook user? I don't know who
Yeah, I know. I sucks that we can't see the names. And I think you gotta
Mhm.
go to like to the thing, and it allows you gotta click something that says that you can use your name. So you can just write your name down, and after your comment, and we'll know who it is, or tell us who that was, whatever. But which book was it? Robert,
Oh,
what's up, Robert?
it was that Thunderbolts. I forget the issue name a number, but it's the
The
John
one where
Tyler Christopher
oh yeah,
where it's all
okay.
black and Ghost Rider's dead center, Agent Venom's in the corner.
Yeah, he's all like hunched over like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. My
That one.
buddy Chris, you might know Chris Myron. He
Is
was the
that
one
who
that turned
has
me.
it?
He was the one that turned me on to it. He was like, "Look at this book." And I was like, "Damn, I didn't
Oh.
even know what that was." And I was like, "That's kick ass." And then I got to talking with the guy that had that book, and I ended up getting a couple of those Thunderbolt. I actually found out I got 2 or 3 books from that guy. He had a bunch of like variants, and we were kind of skeptical, like, "How's this guy get all these variants?" And then he just has them. I don't know how he said he picked up a collection and had him in there, and he was like, "Just here,
Yeah.
get them." So I'm gonna do another book real quick. I just got this one in, and I got these
Ooh,
in. I
very
didn't get into
nice.
grades are covered because I didn't know what they are yet. So you'll be seeing this that first time as I do, or is it over here? Let's see, we get this 9.6.
There you
I thought this
go.
thing was gonna come in 9.6. I was almost sure it was gonna come. I got this one from our boy Andrew Miller. And I'm sure you know Andrew Miller. He's yeah.
Yes, sir.
We had Twinkies.
Uh-huh. I know, Andrew. But yeah,
Yeah, he's the one that
this
got
one
this for me.
9.6 is a lot. This one 9.6 is a
Really?
lot. I don't understand it.
And I don't
9.8 are
know what.
tough.
Yeah, I don't know what. And I guess got a little bit of roll. I guess maybe on his spine. And I told Andrew, he was like, "Man, I don't want to." He goes, "I don't know if it's gonna come back." I'm like, "Dude, again, I get it graded mainly for preservation factor." But that's funny if you got the same grade as I did. It's a good looking book though. I was so excited to
Dude,
get this book.
that's a banger right there.
And I just got
Absolute banger.
I got 2 of the 570s, which is the second appears the wraparound
Mm-hmm. Yep.
of the anti venom. I just got 2 of those. I'm going to send both of those in and see which one comes back. They might both come back really good, and then I'll keep both of them. But or I'll just sell one of them. But one of them gets sold. I don't try to keep doubles of stuff because I'd rather share it to the community and help folks out there trying to do their collection as well. So I don't have doubles of anything. Everything's like singles. But before we get into the next thing, so tell me, man, you're an artist and you've done some really kick-ass stuff. And I was surprised when I saw your covers, mainly not because of you're doing the covers, but some of the way you did some of the covers first, not just like your homage cover, but your standard, the one that you came up with. Just badass. And I can almost tell that you were a metalhead whenever I saw the cover. I was like, dude, he's got to like metal because it almost screams like a metalhead. So you
That's
have,
what's up.
I was going to try to, do you have some of the pics of some of your work or to show?
Yes, I actually got some printing right here that I can grab real quick.
Yeah. So if you don't know,
Let's see.
we did, now do you go by Joseph or is that, what's your favorite thing to be called?
I usually tell everybody I go by Joseph, but everyone usually just
Okay.
calls me Joe.
All right.
I'm not sure.
Well, I'm calling you Joseph. That's what you like. So Joseph. Tell me. I'd like to know as you show this stuff off. Kind of how did this come about? Oh yeah, I've seen that's your badass Venom. See, we need to get you on this. I could do some Venom covers.
Dude, that's my freaking goal. That's I don't even care about anything besides just getting one done. But this one in particular, this is a print. It's kind of hard to see.
Yeah.
The black
I
is
love the
all like ink
eyes.
splatters.
Okay.
Like it's not solid colored in. I just splattered paint. I pretty much taped off
Oh,
uh
okay. Okay.
everything and then cut with X-Acto knife so it was just this was exposed. All I drew was the eyes and the teeth. and then I just splattered ink at it, peeled the plastic off, so it was kind of like a stencil,
Wow,
and then
that's
just
cool.
filled everything in.
So
But then
the black coming the tendrils or the those black coming off of him, was that
yeah, it's
during the
like ink
process or was that
splatters.
later? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
It was kind of during and a little bit later. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah. That's awesome. I love that. I love the eyes.
Dude, that one was fun. The original, my buddy Matt, he bought the original. Actually got one that I kept for myself in a frame right there. And
That's
then
awesome.
this one I drew
Yeah.
for a family friend. It was commissioned, and this is what sparked that art competition with Venomized True Believer.
Uh-huh.
And after that, I didn't know. I don't know. It was just fun, you know. We were just having our, doing our thing, and afterwards, I got approached by Key Hero Comics and Encased Comics, and they gave me a 3-cover deal for
Yeah.
Department of
Dude, I
Truth.
don't show them like that. Show them one by one, man.
Well, here we go. Here's the
So the first one. Yeah, that one is so badass. God, I love that one. That is so
Nightmare
cool.
on Elm Street homage. Got the original
So
art tucked away, but there's a lot of detail that went into this one.
so what made you think about coming up with that one?
This one actually, they pretty much that's what they wanted. They wanted that homage done, and then they wanted to do 2 covers, and the other one they wanted it to stick with like the 80s horror theme. So they were like, just pick a movie. And I was like, well, I really like Hellraiser. It's always been one of my favorites, and they were like, go for it. I'm actually looking for a copy of Hellraiser because the one I have right here is my I'll just show it. This is my tester. This one was all beat up. Yeah,
That is
Bring
badass.
Death. This one I just pretty much was every time I had to start with a new paint marker, and then I was testing out the whole remarks thing, which the remarks that I ended up, I impressed myself with those ones, man. But that one was kind of my idea, and then this one was my idea. It's for issue
Man, that
13.
was so awesome. That was
So
that was badass.
the
That
corn
started
life
almost a
is peachy
trend.
homage.
Yeah,
It
that started almost a
dude.
trend.
At the same time, somebody else did the album cover after this. Now I don't know. I don't have much to say about that. It is what it is, but
But it seemed
I
like
was
I
very
saw
excited
this
for
one.
this.
I saw that one, and then I saw the other one, the other corn version of it too. And then but I also started seeing like the Nirvana stuff, and I was like, huh.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's definitely a theme with like a pop culture things where it's like horror movies get redone as you've seen because there's a lot of them, and then they're doing like the rock albums, and then just I've been seeing pictures of like it's just straight up celebrities with their eyes X'd out or something. Like that's a cover. I did
I saw
one.
that.
Oh man, I did one and it got pitched and seemed to be going good, and then I don't know if it was the holidays or what, but then it just stopped. And I was kind of hoping that that one would have went through because I feel like that would have been pretty good. If you give me 1 minute, I'll grab it real quick.
Yeah. Go grab it. I'll show the next thing I got going on here. So while he's
Yes,
getting
sir. I'll be
that,
right back.
yeah, while he's getting that, I'll show you the next book. So this next book was in my PC. I had no idea that this book was going crazy, and it is the Trad Moore badass cover. I got this a while back. This is from volume 3. This is number 2. And I had no idea that this cover was going as crazy as it is. It was,
Dude.
yeah, I had no idea. I had this in my PC, and I was like, oh, okay, this thing's going crazy. And then I was like, oh my gosh, it's really going nuts. So I went and sent it off, pulled it out, sent it off. Let's see what it got on this one here. 9.8. So badass got a
Very
9,
nice.
9. Yeah. I didn't know if this would come back 9.8 because it was kind of sat on my PC for a while. And I separate my books, like I have all my regular books like in graphic boxes. Then I have all my virgins and BCW plastic bins, and then I have all my graded books in plastic bins as well. But this is, I don't know if you're a fan of Tradmore or not. I love his stuff,
Oh,
and I think what really sold me on Tradmore was Silver Surfer Black. I love the Silver Surfer Black stuff. I don't think there could have been a
his
better
style.
artist than.
I
Yep.
agree 100%, man. 100%. He made that series, really, if you ask me.
Yeah, there couldn't have been a better artist to do the Silver Surfer Black. That, in fact, it's funny. I was going to tell you, that Todd McFarlane Black and White that got stuck in all those Walmart packs, and
Uh-huh.
that's actually how I picked up mine. I got mine. It's not graded because it's kind of beat up, but I know someone that I didn't know someone. There's someone on eBay picked one up, and I got it for real cheap off them for like I got like $70 off them because it has some spine ticks. And I ended up asking him, like, "You got it from the Walmart pack?" He was like, "Yeah, I don't even know much about comics, but I got it off Walmart packs. I saw it. I saw it here. I was like, yeah, that's what I figured." But I did get Silver Surfer Black #5, the like 1 in 500 variant where there's two of them. There's the
Yeah,
Null and
and
the
then the
Core,
Galactus.
and they go, yeah, I got
Uh-huh.
the Galactus in out of the pack, and I sent it off and
Wow.
got it. Came back 9.8. Yeah,
Wow. That's
I was,
incredible.
I was
I haven't
tripping,
scored anything. Yeah. I haven't
dude.
scored anything too surprising. I usually go for like if they do the symbiote covers or whatever, I'll go grab one, but I haven't scored anything. I've been seeing people pulling the what was it, the second print sleeper. People were pulling them for a while. I'm like, damn, I would
Oh,
love to
really?
find one of them in there. Hmm.
Yeah, well, so originally that's kind of what got me going on them, and then I heard, like, in fact, it was a bunch of them that I guess got released as one particular. It was the one with the aliens. #1 was on the front of it, and I went and picked it up one day at Walmart, and I got home and I went through them, and there was like a Thor and something else, and I said Thor looked kind of crazy. I don't know what it was, but I didn't really
Uh-huh.
think much about it. Then the next morning, I think it was either Robert or somebody was like, "Hey, did you see they're pulling out these Todd McFarlane Black and Whites out of these Walmart 3 packs?" I was like, "What, really?" I got a Thor, and I didn't really think much about it, but let me go check on it. And sure enough, it was like a 1 in 1,000. And I was like, holy
Damn.
crap. And so I started looking into it. People were pulling those out. People were pulling the Todd McFarlane's out. A couple people also had the Silver Surfer Black. So I'm in Houston, and I went to a bunch of Walmart to just start buying them. And I pulled out a bunch of like bigger ratios out of there. And one of
That's
the packs
incredible.
happened to be Silver Surfer Black, and I sent it in, and it was like came back in 9.8. I was like, that's awesome.
That's incredible.
So
Yeah,
as soon as art you had.
I would be stoked. Oh yeah, so yeah, I did like a mock up. I don't know. I just felt like doing this. See if you can really see it.
Oh wow, yeah. That is badass.
Uh,
That is
it's a
really cool.
little
I like
blurry.
his face. His face is that's great.
Do you
Great
recognize
placement.
who that is?
It's if that is the dude that isn't that the dude what's his name? Um
Jeffrey Epstein and
yeah, I was
Ghislaine
saying the
Maxwell or
guy that
whatever.
was like doing stuff with the chicks, whatever, right?
Yeah,
And then
with all the weird shit. So that
yeah.
one I just did for fun, and then a lot of stuff kind of sparked up. Like there was a little momentum going behind it, and then it just kind of fizzled
That's a
out.
really cool one.
Like I
It might
said, it
have been
was
a
right
little
around the
maybe it was
holidays.
so maybe it was a little bit too sensitive still.
Maybe.
But that would have been a crazy
But
cover to get. I mean, that would have been momentous. Dude, I love that one.
this one
That's one of my
was
favorite
just
ones you did.
a cover mock up.
Yeah,
Dude, this
yeah.
one
I love that.
this was the first ever like digital drawing. I wish I could get it like super clear because there's so many colors and details that aren't really coming through. But this was the first one I ever did, and I was just like, this is
That's when I
freaking
picked up
wild. So
and animated the green on it a little bit.
yeah,
But I like that one. I
that
like
one
that.
that one to
That
be
was
the
very.
next that's going to be the next set of prints that I do, and then I'm currently working on the doppelganger now that eventually I'm going to turn into prints.
So I think I saw the doppelganger, and that's when you were playing some metal music. So what was the
Hmm.
band that you were playing behind it?
It's
Was it?
kind of like it's like an internet joke guitar band. It's like a guitar player and a bass player, and then I guess they have a
Mhm.
vocalist. The drums are all um,
Digital.
computerized, whatnot.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're called Buried Alive, but buried as in like fruit, like berries. So
Yeah.
BER,
Yeah.
um, they're so unbelievably good. It's ridiculous. They just like kind of scratch that itch that I just have. Like I like extremely aggressive music. That's just like not the standard chug chug. Like I don't know, like
So
they're
so
just so
listen.
different and so unique.
So I like this is one of my favorite topics is metal. So tell me what are the couple of bands you're checking out right now? Like are you like was it Lorona Shore or whatever or
I've heard of
Lorena
them.
Shore? They're all right. And
I've
I
heard of
checked
them,
them
but
out and I'm like, eh.
yeah, I've never really looked into them. Let's see. There's another band that I was listening to. They're called Darko US, and
Sorry for you.
it's the vocalist of what are they called? What are they called? I can't even remember the name of the band. I'm actually looking for it. Oh, okay, Chelsea Grin. It's the vocalist, and then
Chelsea Grant's old vocalist.
the new one. I guess I didn't know they had
It's
two
new
vocalists.
Yeah, so they
The
had
guy
original
with the long
vocalists.
hair.
Is it a Spanish? Kind of a Spanish looking guy, or so they had
Well,
like
yeah, he's a little.
yeah. So they had like a original vocalist who was with them like during Wasteland and whatnot. Because I like Chelsea Grin a bunch, and he ended up breaking from the band, and they have a newer vocalist that was on their last album, and I think maybe the one before as well. And I think he came from another band, so it might have been maybe that was the band he came from too. What are
I
they
couldn't
called?
even tell you. I had no idea. The band's called Darko US, and then
Darko US.
yeah, that's like the album cover.
Let me look
See
it
if I
up
can get
quick
it in
and
there.
see. Darko
It's hard to
US.
see.
Huh. Yeah, huh. I have to check it out.
Yeah, the
It's
music's all
heavy.
recorded by the drummer. Oh, it's stupid heavy. I've been listening to a lot of like 8 string type, super low
Like
tune, just
everyone's going. It's
slow.
like you can never get low enough. It's hilarious.
I when I was in a band, most of my bands we all played 7 strings, and then my last
Yeah.
band I was in was just a straight up hardcore metal band, and they were in drop C, and it worked, but I used to like press on them all the time, like guys, tune it down to drop A. I'm telling you, like this shit's heavy now. Sorry, I don't know if you
Yeah.
cuss or anything, but
No,
I
it's
was
all
like, this
good.
stuff's really heavy now, but if you were to drop it down to A, it's going to like be stupid heavy. And they were just like, no, man, 6 string, 6 string. And I was like, all right. But I've
They're
always
they
loved
get so.
lower tuning.
Oh yeah,
Oh
so
yeah,
that's the
they're
thing.
set in their ways.
The guitar, yeah. When they had their sound, like and the bands I was in, the guitar players, I always hit their sound, and you try to tell them to tweak it a little bit. They're like, nope, this is my sound.
Hmm.
This is what I got. Well, it's cool. I get it. Like so, they're they found it took a long time for them to tune their sound and listen to it. I've been jamming lately a bunch of the Acacia Strain. I went and saw them.
Yes.
I went and saw them like a month and a half ago. This is one of the first shows I've seen since all the pandemic stuff, and it was great. They were doing a 10-year reunion of Wormwood, their album
Oh
that they
yeah.
put out some time ago. And Vince, the singer, was just like he was saying that like how in that time he was so angry and so destructive that he had changed a bunch and he had grown a lot personally. But it was so to sing the album was a little bit difficult because he had became, I guess, a more joyful, happier person. But I mean, it didn't sound like it. It sounded like he had every bit of aggression that he wanted it. So I like that. I mean, they put it on a good show. What do you think is the out of I tell you probably went and watched a bunch of bands, yeah?
What's that?
You've went and watched a bunch of bands.
Oh yeah,
Like
oh
check it
yeah.
out.
And as a matter of fact, Acacia Strain, we opened for them one time at a club here in Baltimore called Auto Bar, and that was
Oh,
like,
you're from Baltimore. Okay, that's where they're from. Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
Uh, I think they're from Boston. This is a true story. I swear to God. We had a female keyboard player, and Vince, the singer of Acacia Strain, found her on MySpace like that night, and then was just constantly hitting her up like, "Hey, if you guys ever come through Boston, you got a place to stay." Like, I think he wanted a piece of our keyboard player, but it was such a surreal experience. It's like I really dig with this band, and we were doing our sound check as they were loading in, and yeah,
Thumb
dude,
screw. I've heard thumb screw. I
thumb
think.
screw.
Yeah.
That is just savagery. But we used
need
to
to check
play
it
with
out
them
down
all the
here
time
further.
too.
Really?
But yeah, we did a sound check, and my guitar player turns around and he's like, what do you want to sound check? And I was just like, well, let's do the heaviest freaking song that we have, and we played a certain song, and it just comes right in with blast beats and everything, and then it just slams right into a breakdown. But I had like a 22-inch Wuhan China, and I would just wail on that thing. So it's just a super up tempo breakdown that was just really fast and a lot of blast beats going on, and literally all of Acacia Train just stopped and just like stood there and watched like the whole sound check. The sound guy just let us go, and as soon as we got done, that's when Vince pretty much approached our keyboard player, was just like, "What label were you guys on?" We were like, "We're not." He just kind of looked at us like, "Okay," and then from that point on, he was just like hanging out with her all night. But it was just such a surreal moment, man. And that at that
Yeah.
point in time, I had completely walked away from comics because, let's face it, at that point, I mean, at
I
some
agree
point,
with that.
Marvel really stepped it up and started getting brutal. But before that, it was like, this is like childish. You know what I mean? I'm not into this.
Yeah.
Everything's kind of like childish. The second they started eating each other and cutting each other in the head, like, all right, I'm back. But I stepped away. I stepped away from drawing too, just to preserve my wrists and all. And I
Mhm.
just, I was so deep into that, and then everything seemed to be going straight in that direction, and then it all just like life has its way, man. Like no matter what, if it's set in stone, no matter how hard you try, it's just not going to happen. You might have some fun, it's just not going to happen like that. And it was one of them kind of situations. And then I don't know, a couple of years after not drumming, it was just like I just feel like I got to do something. I got to do something. And I started drawing again, and now all this stuff's
Yeah,
going on.
I feel that 100%. Like after I played my last show, probably about 3.5, maybe 4 years ago, and I was like, man, and so that's kind of the reason why I started doing YouTube stuff, whatever, just to kind of get like being more live audience stuff, and just kind of hopefully get that taste of that feeling back. But it's never the same as like being on stage. And
No.
yeah, I mean, being on stage that was, and my drummer, he and I are the one that we want to do a show pretty soon where we talk like we're going to take bands and listen to them for like maybe like a week or so or a month or so, and then come back and kind of break it down as far as what we pulled from it. But
Uh-huh.
it's yeah, I miss playing being on stage so much. Like we got to open for some really awesome bands too, and I mean, just being the creative, to be able to sit there and create inside the practice room. I remember our practice room used to get so hot here in Texas, and it would just be like, and we'd bitch and complain about it, but at the same time, we're like, man, I love the heat. I just wanted, I could, as long as I had a beer, I was good, and I could drink some beer and take the heat and be all good with it. So I miss playing for sure. But after I did my last show, I did vocals, so I started picking up the drums, and I have a drum kit that's actually behind my computer here.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I've been trying to teach myself the drums ever since, and I've been doing all right with it. But and I have a double, like I have like I think a speed cobra is what they call it.
Oh
Like
yeah,
double,
the Iron
yeah,
Coast. Yep.
yeah.
Oh
I think
yeah.
you call it the speed one, the speed code or something like that. So I've been trying to teach myself that, and it's been a blast trying to learn. But man, I wouldn't mind. I want to get to a point where I can play a show here soon. So that'll be the goal at some point.
I
I'll never turn on
I
a show if I could.
miss I miss playing shows for sure. There's a feeling. Not only that, but it's like therapeutic, man. Like no
Absolutely.
matter how
Yeah.
crappy my week was, no matter what I went through, if I know that show, whether it was either in my state or in another state or whatever, and it was just like
Mhm.
this is great. Everything's great, no matter how crappy everything is. But like
I know
just just being able to
in the
create something
when you
and
get in the
just being
car
able
and
to
you go and
listen
you're
to it.
like, I'm playing a show tonight. It was like on autopilot. Like I'm on a
Yeah.
show and everything's gonna be chill. Everything's gonna be good. We're going outside.
Yep.
We're gonna wreck it and be done. We're gonna hang out and hang out with people that are all like minded. And it was like just a blast.
Yeah, it was definitely awesome. But at this point in my life, it's like the type of music that I want to do is pretty much along the lines of what you heard on my stories, and not too many guys my age are going to want to be able to do that, or just
I
it's
get that.
just I don't know. It's just
I
a little bit. I could do like a stoner rock band or something. I could do that, but you know, I would never do that. But I just feel like at this point, especially with the art stuff, you know, it makes more sense to focus on that.
Yeah. See, and I can't like I would like I would be extremely. I'm still heavier for like most of my group is too as well. Like the Dillinger Escape Plan is something that I used to love going to their shows and watching their shows. I love Dillinger, and I'm always like trying to find like the newer, heavier thing. That thing. I just haven't been able to get away from the Cation string because some of the music is just really probably some of the most aggressive. I've always been more of the on the hardcore side versus the I guess the heavy side or metal side.
Metal, yeah. No, I hear you.
And I've always liked like those bands from the East Coast. Actually, since you're from that area, like Candiria is probably one of my favorite bands of all time.
Yeah,
and so I'm always. It's funny if you look at my lineup for the stuff that I listen to, it's usually something from the East Coast. Vision of Disorder is a band that was like very inspirational to me. I listened to Vision of Disorder, and then also we got my first national band I ever played with was Nothing Face. So that was really cool too. I love Nothing Face.
They're from Baltimore.
Yeah. In fact, there's a Dog Fashion Disco.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I used to work with Jason, the guitar player.
So they were talking to us. They created a label, and they were talking about us possibly being on their label at some point.
Are they still jamming?
And I don't think Dog Fashion Disco is. I know that the vocalist is doing, I think, something called Stab Out or All Stab something, and I think they are talking about possibly putting on another album. I think so. It's funny because all this old stuff's like older bands are kind of starting to resurface because things come around.
Yeah.
Dog Fashion Disco, it sounded a lot of like my biggest and probably biggest influence musically is Mike Patton. So Mike Patton's like everything that I like music I feel like comes from Mike Patton. So while you're doing that, I'm gonna show another book real quick.
Dude, I was hoping to blow your mind. I have a Dog Fashion Disco DVD I just seen the other day, but I guess I put it somewhere.
Oh, really?
I think I
might have even had that at some point.
It's like some doctor looking drawing. It's like a doctor mask, some drawing.
Something like that, yeah. I think wild, they put it out. Yeah, I used to jam the vocals is so
look,
like that
look right down there. Barry Hardy, the Wendy. So there in the DVD, there's the drummer's all drunk and he just keeps yelling Wendy.
Wendy.
We've been laughing about that for years. Wendy, dude, that's great.
So this is the other one I got. Ooh. I got the so this is 9.6. I'm starting to get nervous now because I got one more to go after this. I had I had 198, 196. I had another. The Tom McFarlane was 9.8. This is 9.6. I have one more to go after this one, but I just got the black and white of that, as you know. So that was the other. That was the other hard book deal. Was a 9, and I got it in a 9.8.
Yes.
So
excellent, man. That's what's up, man. That's a ghost of a book. I'm talking like
the color one. The black and white one was a ghost.
The black and white one. The black and white. We're talking under 50 copies.
That one is hard to get as the Ghost Rider one.
Yes, the Venomized Jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, the Venom. Yeah,
yeah.
That's as ghost as much as that one is.
I got mine put away, but dude,
yeah,
congratulations!
That is
a banger.
And so I'll we're going to take care of this last book, and then we can kind of just relax for a second. So this is the last one I have to get for the night. We'll see.
Hell yes, dude! I remember you said that you sent this back a while ago.
Oh, what happened here? All right, something happened. Are you there? What'd you say? Yeah.
I remember you said something a while ago that you sent this in. You were waiting for it to come back.
These books I sent them in March. I had a child.
That's why I kind of slowed down once CGC started taking all these orders and everyone was like, my books. I was like, I'm gonna wait for a minute.
So let's
But
see what this
man,
one
let's
came
see
back.
it.
Let's see.
I'm on 9.8.
Oh, it came back at
Oh,
9.8. Look at that. I didn't think it would come back at 9.8. I thought it was gonna be a 9.6. That's sick. So
ladies
Andrew
and
Miller
gentlemen,
just
that is
got this one back
another
too.
boost.
Yeah, Andrew Miller got this one too recently, and he's got a 9.8 as well. So now we got some twinkies with Mr. Miller there. So yeah, I'm stoked to get that one. I didn't think that came back in 9.8. I thought it was gonna be like a 9.6. I'm stoked on that. That's awesome. So the
Dude,
ones
that
that
is a
came back,
freaking
man,
gem.
yeah, dude, that's awesome. So
Mine still needs to go.
yeah, that's badass, dude, for
I
sure.
want to send it to
Man,
my homeboy to get pressed.
so yeah, the guy that sent these in, he did the pressing on these, and I'm stoked that this one came back at 9.8. It's so amazing. That's really sick. I thought this was gonna be a 9.6 for sure. I was surprised.
Dude,
I thought that.
that's incredible.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is sick. That's all get out. But but yeah, so I'm kind of that I didn't imagine it was gonna come back like that. So yeah, so you're jamming. So the band, so you're jamming some kind of far. Have you ever listened to Patton stuff, Mike Patton?
That name sounds so familiar, and that's the guy from Nothing
Faith
Face
No
that you were
More.
saying, right? Faith No
Yeah.
More. Oh, okay.
Okay. So
I'd liked Faith No More back when I was a kid. I'm not going to front, but as far as
he was
anything
also in
now
a
that
band
he's
called.
doing,
He was also in a band called Phantomos.
never heard of him.
He was in a band called. He also did vocals for Dillinger Escape Plan once.
Dillinger.
Yeah, he did a 4-song. He did a 4-song AEP with Dillinger. It's called.
Oh, I think I know
Yep.
what you're talking about.
I'm
Dillinger
so
was the
stoked.
last show I saw.
Really?
Yeah.
Did their last show was like in New York and they played and Mike Patton played. So I'm so stoked that you haven't heard Mike Patton, that you don't know who he is, because I just opened you to a world of greatness.
Oh yeah.
I'm just
There's
like,
a chance I probably know who he is. I suck with names, man. I suck so bad.
man.
Faces, I'm like,
So
I got it.
so he did an album with an Italian orchestra. And in order to do it, he learned Italian before he did it, so he could sing it in Italian. And
That's dedication.
he recently did a band called Dead Cross, and it's him and Lombardo from Slayer on
Oh
drums,
yeah.
and the
Dave
guitar
Lombardo.
player and
Oh
bass
yeah.
player, from a band called Locust from back in the day.
Yes. Yep.
So if you ever heard that,
Dude,
check
I
out
do know
Dead
who
Cross. It's
Locust is.
crazy.
I'll have to look into that.
And
And
Mike
if you're
Patton,
into
if you look
that,
at anything.
you're gonna love Screw. Like you're gonna love Thumbscrew.
I'm gonna put that on something right now so I can remember what that is. Thumb screw.
Yeah, it's a strange band
Something.
name, but man,
No,
they're
I
from
think.
Texas. They're
Yeah, I
not
wonder where
together
they're
anymore.
from. Oh, really?
I used to me and Barry, we used to play with them here all the time. All the time.
I want to
They
say
were
I've heard the
like
name. That's why I was like, thumb screw.
they're
I have
like
to remember.
noise-core mixed with like
Okay.
some of the heaviest breakdowns you'll ever hear. It's glorious. They were like one of the first bands, and they used to bug me because people would always be like, "Man, you guys were so loud tonight." And it's like I wish I could experience that, because from where I'm at, it's just cymbals with a little bit of everything else going on over top and a little bit of something right here. But to be able to experience that, so Thumbscrew, I remember the first time I played with them, they set up. I'm just sitting there watching them, and they're tuning, and the one that's doing it, and they all look at each other like, "Okay, you ready? Let's go." And they just like, "Dan," and like it hit so hard. It was just like,
That's awesome.
oh, that is so badass. Like, man, I hope that's what we do. Like, I guess
Yeah, I
when people
know.
say we're loud, like I hope it's like this. But
It's
man,
not like they're just hearing like cymbals riding the whole night. It's
they
like,
were just they were literally just like finger tapping on the guitars, like spinning them everywhere, and then they would just all come in with like this breakdown, and the whole place would just rumble, and it was like,
did they use
oh my
808s or
gosh.
anything?
No,
Is
just the
it,
tuning.
huh.
They had low tuning, the bass, it all comes down to a basis. If you got low tuning and your bass player isn't like, you're
Kicking?
not
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
punch like that. Yeah.
This band that I used to jam with them periodically. They were called Noise, and then they were called another band. The name they went by was called Duro, and they're probably one of my favorite like local bands. To get the drummer, he was from Peru, and he could just like he just had like drums like built into him. Like he like there's something like you can see a drummer that plays the drums, and you can see a drummer that owns the drums, and like he just like owned it. Like he was like it was like an extension of his body, and it was like have you ever seen the guy from Candiria? I always thought what's the name? Thought he what was his name?
He was wild. I don't remember his name,
He,
but he was wild.
he was amazing. Like I just love watching him just go crazy. But Gonzo was this guy's name, and he would just and that was exactly his real name. He was just like an extension, but the whole band was just like really like the guitar player was just so crazy and so innovative in the way he would do on the guitar. He would just work on making like, and the bass player, it was just like, he's calling bass because he'd make like all these weird faces when he was playing. Yeah, dude. Like I got to play a couple of shows with him, the vocals for him a few times, and it was a blast. So, but I love playing a show, and then you'll be a badass surprise. You're like, God dang it, because then it just pushes you to go to the next level. Like, okay, now I got to beat their stage show, or I got to beat their sound, or scream louder. Oh, scream louder.
Oh, I would never pay no mind, man. I would just bide my time, and just, all right, we're on stage, and then once we got on there, dude, we would we would literally have people like, what label are you guys on tour? And it's like, nah, man, I just got off work. I'm here to sell tickets for the freaking the headliner. Like, oh, a lot. Like, we used to I never used to ever.
What was the biggest band you opened up for?
Probably Acacia Strain. But we've opened for a lot of like random acts. War of Ages, we used to play with them all the time. Oh man, there's so many.
So we did.
I'm drawing a freaking blank. Okay, I'm sorry. Madball.
Madball, yeah, hell yeah.
We opened for them one time.
Yeah. That's badass.
We opened for dude, it was. I like hardcore and I'm into it, but my vocalist, he was really into that. And when we got that show, he was like just like high on himself. Sure. I remember playing it and it was like, this is pretty wild. Like I like it, but I like that more like Bury or Dead type of hardcore. You know what I mean? And they were kind of like just fast and just nasty. Yeah. But they were
more of a punk sound. They're like more like
and they're like super. Yeah. They're like super high tuned and all. So that was another one. We were booked to open for Bury or Dead, and something fell through last minute. We didn't play that. Pretty sure we played with damn, I'm forgetting it. They had an album called Alaska, and they were like math.
Between the Bury.
Yes.
They're badass. Their freaking things are epic, long epics.
Oh my god, I wasn't ready for that. But their drummer was just like, he did not miss a freaking note. I was just like, wow, okay, this is cool. But yeah, they were wild.
So we got to open for Lamb of God. We got to open for Chimera and Machine Head. 30 Seconds to Mars. We did.
Dude.
We opened for Atreyu.
30 Seconds to Mars? Nice. Yeah. And Atreyu? Fuck yeah, dude. I'm sorry to be swearing, but man, that's impressive.
No, it's all good. We played a lot like Nothing Face and who else did we get to do for? The Chimera, I think we did a couple of times, and Machine Head we did a couple of times. Non-Point. We almost got. I
played with them before. I played with Dope.
I was gonna find Dope, really? Yeah, I think.
I played for Dope one time.
Did they play? So did they tour together?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were playing a show. I think it was that they had a tour together, and I think that's the show we played. And they were like, yeah.
I just remember like, we're opening for Dope. What the hell? This is weird. Because they're like rock and roll, like grungy, like.
Yeah.
We were just like, we were just there to cause a mosh pit. That's what we were there for.
My friends got to open up for Dillinger, and they weren't that style. Like they're like a little bit. They're more like of the emo style, I guess you would say. They just got shredded by the crowd. They're like, "What the hell is this?" And it was funny because they're like, "Oh, we never want to do that again." But I was trying to think who else that we got. I have like we saved. I saved almost every flyer I
Flyer,
ever we
yeah,
ever.
I got
Yeah,
a box of them. That
yeah.
reminds me, August Burns Red. We used to play with them all the
Oh,
time.
yeah. It said August Burns Red, Project 86, 7 star.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. Yeah.
7 star. Oh, dude, 7 star was something else. It was a hardcore band that was super low tuned, and they had like 3 or 4 vocalists, and it was over the top.
See,
Speaking of
I
that, you ever heard of On Broken Wings?
on Broken Wings. Uh,
Yeah, they're like straight up. You ever heard of Bad Luck 13?
no,
Oh my
Bad
God.
like 13.
It's literally riot core. So we opened for them way out in the middle of God knows where in some giant hall. And my vocalist was all like, dude, these guys, like when they play, the place is just going to erupt into a riot. Like it's going to, and he would always say stuff like that. He was just always hyping, like, I'm like, whatever, Ben, shut up. So
Yeah.
they're doing our sound check. I'm standing there
Is your
watching them,
vocalist
and
that was this is your vocalist
yeah,
that did that?
yeah. He's like, dude. I'm
Part of
like,
our
dude, whatever.
job.
Well, I'm sitting there watching this. The second they went on, they did that open note. Then the singer's like, "What the fuck?" And I just the whole place just opened up. And they call it crowd killing, where they're
Yeah.
doing ninja moves and shit, but they start
Yeah.
doing it to the crowd.
Yeah.
Everyone started doing it. And then a water bottle, like a full water bottle, went flying across the hall at like Mach 5. And there was like this 8 foot chick, and she's just standing there, and that shit was like, bat, and exploded everywhere. And I just turned around, and there was like chairs flying and shit. And it was just like, oh my God. And like, my vocalist had to reach over and like kind of pull me out of the way because this dude was like mule kicking right at me. I'm just like, this is freaking nuts. Dude, it ended with some kid actually got his face caved in. It
There,
was
there was a
horrible. It was
there was
horrible,
a
but it was crazy though.
that has gone. I'm not sure who said. I'm sorry. There for whatever reason you got to sign up for something. Hey, whoever this is,
Yeah,
leave your name afterward. I'm sorry, I don't know who it is, but yeah, that was a big thing. Was the crowd killing, and there was at some point I
yeah, I
read about this
hated it.
chick. They had someone in there with steel toe boots, and they did this and like kicked someone's face in it. This chick, and she almost died. And it was like, man, that's the one thing I never got around. Like I couldn't do the whole crowd. I loved being like I used to do I did my fair share of skanking, and I used to do like I used to
Two
go watch like
seven.
voodoo gold skulls and like just get crazy in there and all like I used to listen to a lot of punk and go to all the shows and be in. I was always in the pit. I loved in there. That's what my friends knew that was there. Like, we're gonna say bye to Ryan because he's gonna be there forever. But then oh, it's what's up Clay? What's up, man? Yeah. No, that's
Yes,
that's someone else.
Cassius Clay. I think that's a band.
There's a guy named Clay Hardy that I know. It's funny. I got the two names mixed up. God dang it. But yeah, I miss. We would, but the crowd killing thing, I used to do my fair share of like jumping up into the crowd and crowd surfing and all that crap. But the crowd killing thing, never got behind. Never could figure that thing out.
It
Does.
ruins it.
I
We
to an
had like
extent.
we had a period of time there where everyone wanted to come out to hardcore dance, and that was like everyone hardcore dance, and it was cool. And when you're on
Yeah.
stage and there's like 20, 30 people doing that and they're not killing each
You
other,
want you want them to
it's
do
like
that. You want them to go and do it. You're like yeah,
that's what
psych them up.
yeah. Yeah, so it's cool, but then somewhere along the lines it was just like it just turned into straight fighting. Every show would end with like fist fights and cops showing up and we're getting cut off. We got to a show. I had somebody come up to tell me as soon as you guys go on, I'm punching somebody in the mouth. I can't wait. And I was like, cool. We set up, did sound check, one on. He punched someone in the mouth, and the whole place turned into a brawl. And it was like, all right, good night. It was like I just got off work and rushed here to set my drums up just to go pop, and then the whole place just erupts into a brawl, and it was like, okay, we're done. Like I'm so over this shit. But I would notice the crowd would start to dwindle because who wants to come see their favorite band and get their freaking face kicked in? They're never going to go see that band ever again.
And being smushed and like we had that whole incident here with the asteroid thing where people were where we're being trampled and whatnot, and and I would say that, like that I would say it was partly because the people that went probably were not used to that type of environment. Because I've been to shows where I literally would be so crushed I'd pick my shoulder to shoulder, pick my feet off the ground, and I was being held up by the crowd, just being
Yeah.
like so squished, with my feet are off the ground. And I used to love it. I was like, I love being squished by everyone. It was like the best feeling ever. But I never got into where everyone's just kicking their butts. I was like, that's just wasn't fun. And it's usually ended up being like the bigger guys that knew that it was going to be hard for them to sustain any damage that they were dealing out. And it's like, and so I always wondered, like, where did they get the excitement to go and to do that at a show? But I don't know.
Well,
Teach
to
everyone
be
got a
straight
different
up,
feeling.
what it is a bunch of high school kids that grew up thinking they were thugs. Now they're all coked out and they go to metal shows and beat up my kids, and that's exactly that's what it is. No one wants to say it, but that's what it is. I've seen it happen so many times. I look at people, I'm like, you were a thug mother effer in high school. I can see it. And now here you are at the Acacia Strain show.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, what are you up to?
Yeah.
He's here to crowd kill.
That's crazy.
I've seen it one too many times.
Well, it's been an hour, so I usually try to wrap it up around this time. But man, it's been a blast, and this is exactly kind of what I wanted to be. I wanted to get to know you a little bit better, and let everyone else kind of get to know you, and you talk some metal and show some books off, and it's been a blast, man. So what do you got coming up next? You got any covers coming up next, or where do you want people to go and find you?
Well, you can find me on Instagram at Old Man Venom. I also run the Venom Facebook fan page. So if you just type in Venom on Facebook, it'll pop up. As far as covers, I'm kind of just there's a few titles that I can potentially work on. I just need to kind of whip up some covers. But right now, I'm kind of transitioning from traditional to digital. So I'm kind of taking my time learning some stuff, and then as you saw with the Department of Truth thing, I kind of wanted to make it in the same vibe as like their first print covers.
Yeah.
So eventually something will come around. I'm not really too pressed on it right this minute because, contrary to what anybody may think, I work like my ass off as a carpenter. That's my main number one thing. That's where I'm at all the time, and this is like my hobby. So I don't know what's going on with all this. I'm just kind of having fun. I'm not pressed on covers right at the moment. There are opportunities to do a few, but I think Ice Cream Man is definitely on the table. I don't know anything about Ice Cream Man.
I don't either, but I figured, awesome.
Yeah, I've seen the style, and I kind of like the whole darkness and whatnot to it. But I'm just I'm more concerned about, I want to be able to, by the end of this year, because the way I do it now is so barbaric. Is like I post, if you want prints, claim one, and then I got to message them and then send the PayPal and then get the payment and then message the address. And I want to be able to set up like a website or something where people can go, they buy a print that they want. I come home from work, I got a bunch of printing labels or shipping labels already printed out, and I can just, rather than the way I do it now, it's so time consuming. I want to be able to like
be more.
I just want to be able to. Yeah, and actually have more prints. Like, I got plenty of Carnage, I got plenty of Venom. I don't have other stuff. So, like the Doppelganger, some Spider-Man, some Wolverine, Deadpool. Like, I want to build my portfolio and not necessarily do covers, but just kind of build. I don't know.
More art.
I feel like the digital art thing. Yeah, the digital art thing is like a whole new. Like, I need to master that. I'll never master it, but to myself, I need to.
Have you looked at the NFT world?
I have no interest in that NFT thing. Yeah, I have no interest. If I could, it just, I'm not even going to get into it. It makes my brain hurt, like, thinking about it. Like, you mean to tell me I can draw a digital picture that anyone can screenshot, and I can sell millions of dollars to one person?
It's weird. It doesn't make sense sometimes. Yeah,
it's called pyramid scheme, but
it's a whole new world out there. Yeah, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. It's like the whole what's the thing that the writers are doing. They get that what's it called, that
the writers are doing.
Like Donny Cates and all these guys are doing this thing where you can buy into a subscription, a digital subscription with them, and you get specific content that they haven't released, or specific story books that they haven't released to any publisher, and I do it through their. Man, we were talking about it on Simple Man's
The
Comics.
Kids Love Chains thing.
Yeah, but that's their publishing company, but it's a different. It's like there's all types of different Substack. It's called Substack, and it's a platform where you can get a subscription to a particular artist, and for $100 a year or whatever it is, you get specific content that's only released through that. And you also, if they release it, if they publish something on paper or something like that, then I have access to it where everyone else probably won't have access to it, or you'll get the specific cut of it, or like maybe you get the Substack subscription only. You'll get something where everyone else will get some other different copy of it or whatever.
Basically like a Twitch type thing or something.
Yeah. Speaking of Twitch, you on Twitch?
No, but I've had friends tell me I should probably do it, and maybe one day. Like I said, I just I don't necessarily have all the time to do all this stuff.
What's up, man? I just read. What's up, my man? I recently started getting on Twitch, and Mark Hunter from Candaria, from Chimera's on there in the mornings. He does the vocals from Chimera. He's on there doing something in the morning, so it's pretty. That's the only thing I do on the Twitch thing. But so if you could leave us for one band to check out, what would it be?
I would definitely say Buried Alive. Like I said, it's spelled B-E. Yeah, R-R-I-E-D. So like buried. I just discovered it. Like I said, it's one of them. They got like instrumental albums for everything, and then they have albums with vocals. And if it weren't for the vocals, I probably wouldn't really be into it. But it's kind of weird. Berries Alive. The album I've been listening to. It's called Buried Alive, and the album's called Berries Alive. But this is some of the heaviest stuff I've ever heard in my life. It just scratches that itch. Hold on, let me see something. 1 second. All right, you ready? I'll give you a
taste. Oh yeah, we talked. Oh yeah.
Like this part right here. It's very
it's real high pitch in the sound, but I'm gonna have to hear it. Yeah, it's a speaker too, but it has some low stuff on there.
It's slash.
Yeah, but we talk some metal in here too. We're talking it all, bro. Metal, comics.
real quick.
All right.
One of the things that did show up that I'm excited to finally show off. I haven't posted this on Instagram yet, but finally.
Nice.
This is a 1 in 100.
Nice. Yeah, I had the color version of that.
There you go. Oh yeah. I have been trying to complete this set for so long, but this has a print run of under 100. This has a print run of under 50.
Man, I could have picked up one of those black and white ones too for a good deal. I'll probably get it from the same one that had that other one. Now I'm gonna have to go pick it up now. Dang it, I was like, I'm good. I got the color one. I'm good. Now I got to get the black and white one too now.
You gotta get that one quick, man. And then here's some of these. So this is something I'm trying to do too this year is get a whole bunch of sketch cards done.
You're doing these,
sketch cards. Yeah, these are just sketch cards.
That's really cool. That's awesome.
But that's one thing that I'm definitely happy to be able to start doing is just do what I want to do drawing wise. For the past 2 years, it's kind of been I'm doing what people want. So to finally be able to it's so nice. It's just be able to take a break and do what I want to do.
For sure, man. Dude, it's been a great time getting the chance to chat with you and to see the collection and see everything you have going on. And this won't be the last time. We'll have you on there again. I'll get some more books and we'll trade them up and chalk some talk around some metal and things going on. We'll see. Check out some of these bands. So you got to go check out. Just listen to stuff Mike Patton has done. He's the most experimental, best vocalist you'll ever hear. He does, his range is, I can't even put it on a screen. It's so big, his range, what he can do. And it's like very experimental what he's into. If you give it, I mean, he's composed, like you ever seen the movie He Is Legend?
Yes.
I think, and it has like those monsters in it.
Well, Will Smith, right?
He did the voice of all the monsters.
That's what's up.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, he's done a bunch of cool things. So you got to check out Mike Patton if you don't know who he is. He's worth the listen.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, you'll check it out. So we'll catch you next time, Joseph. And if y'all check him up on IG, Old Man Venom. Sub up on the RhynoVerse on both the YouTubes and the Twitter and the Twitch and the Facebook and everything else. Thanks for everyone's support, and keep an eye out soon. I plan on having some other guests up on pretty soon, and I'll be showing some other cool stuff. We'll see you next time. Do you have something to say?
Real quick. Let's see if we can confirm this here. On my YouTube channel, we're talking about doing a video of just showing off all these rare ones. And
yeah,
you want to join?
Hell yeah, I'm down. Just tell me the place and I'll be there.
Hell yeah! All right, it's a done deal.
Yeah, awesome. And so what's the YouTube channel? What's the channel up?
Symbiote Elite. If you just search up Symbiote Elite, it'll pop up. We just started it not too long ago. The Christmas holiday break slowed us down, but tomorrow we're supposed to do a review. But from that point on, I'm trying to get back into it, and I definitely want to do this the rare ratio video that my buddy Gary was talking about. So we'll get you on there, man.
Elite. Hell yeah! I'd be honored to be on it. I've seen a couple shows and I love it, man. So I'd be stoked to be on that show for sure.
That reminds me, not to be weird or anything, but send me your address after this, and I got some stickers here. I'll send that to you, man.
Oh, thanks, man. Appreciate it. That's awesome. Awesome.
Sure.
All right, everyone. We'll see y'all later on. Take it easy. Until next time. Peace out.
Peace.